You're listening to Lore Friendly with Kris Takahashi, and for the third week in a row, special guest Jennifer Hedwig. Say hello, Jennifer.
I'm so sorry. I swear it's him, not me. But hello.
How are you? How was your July 4th?
I was forced to spend it with people, so it was not as good as it could be. But I guess it wasn't disastrous. I was not hungover the next day, so that's always a win.
Yeah. You're a cat person, so then you get away with like not having like, because dogs hate like fireworks, right?
Oh, well, so do cats. They run away from them and they just hide under a bed or something. But at that 4th of July, there were 2 cats there, and I pet them all night long. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. And then the next day, you had to go to the doctor to take care of any diseases you picked up. I'm sure.
Yeah, check. You know, because I'm being safe.
Or you're probably just immune from overexposure anyway. You also had a birthday yesterday.
I did.
Happy birthday.
Thank
belated.
you. Oh, I feel so nice.
Did you do anything exciting?
No, I went to work. I went to class, then I went to work. And then I came home. And, I guess my mom made, like, shish kebabs for me. She originally made ribs. But, she fell asleep. So, she burnt the ribs so badly that she burned the marrow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I want to eat ribs, but ribs are, like, something that you have to have a group of people for. Like, you can't just go out and get ribs. Like, you can, like, get a taco and shit.
Sure you can. I mean, restaurants have it all the time. Like, a serving of ribs. I've never gotten it.
You would go to restaurants alone? Isn't that weird?
No, I don't. I have. I didn't like it. I try to sit at the counter, be one of those cool, you know, but I'm just not old, male, or bearded enough. I feel those are the only people that can get away with it. Like,
I saw there was a place near my house that had ribs, and you could have it for takeout, but you have to have at least a group of 4, and it's like $60.
Oh, no. I'm saying, like, at a diner or something. Granted, they probably won't be the best ribs you've ever had, but we're not talking about that.
Yeah. No, this place was like a restaurant, but then you could get it, like, you could get it to go or whatever. You could get it as takeout. Like, it's kind of like a catering thing. But, yeah. Anyways. So, what are we going to talk about today? Talk about Fallout
We definitely
again?
had something. Something how they're, like, pushing for console,
Oh, yeah, so there was like this big thing about Fallout 76 and how PlayStation was limiting the multiplayer to PlayStation consoles only, so there's no cross-platform support. And Todd was really, really angry about this because he wants everybody to play together.
Yeah, and I was saying something that if you log into your, like, Bethesda account, I guess, or, like, your Fallout 76 account or something, because this happened with Fortnite. Even once on the PlayStation Network, it, like, shuts you down for all other networks. Which is ridiculous.
How many people even play on a PlayStation compared to other... I think PC would probably... No, actually, Xbox and PlayStation probably have way more users than PC.
I mean, I think in recent years, people have started to see the glory of PC building and playing on PC. But I definitely think consoles still rule the market, yeah.
Yeah, so then, like, especially hurts, like, I guess PC players who want to have, like, a broader user base to like, have multiplayer with, I guess, because you can't have access to the PlayStation people. And a lot of people have PlayStations, so...
But cross-console play means definitely no mods.
Does it? Oh, because PlayStation mods are limited?
Yeah, and they always get them later. And it's only a couple that Bethesda has to, like, okay, I guess. I don't know, I've never played on PlayStation, but that's how I've seen it. It has to be...
But if there's no PlayStation support, no cross-console PlayStation support, then you'd be alright.
Yeah, but I'm saying if they do cross-console, mods isn't going to happen. Aren't going to happen.
That's true. So those PlayStation users aren't going to experience your glorious Hancock mod we talked about last week. Where he's got his skin back. It's like oil rippling off his chest. You know,
what? I think I missed this conversation last week.
Or do you like Hancock as a ghoul, or do you have the mods to like make him human?
No, I like him as a ghoul. I think it's part of his charm, you know?
That's true.
And it's just like a messed up looking dude, but he's so suave. And I'm like, I guess it's okay that your face looks like Deadpool.
It would probably be like more of a freak out thing in real life.
Oh,
in the video game, it's like a little bit cartoony to the point where it's less so. Like,
yeah, definitely. I mean, I thought about this. Like, if I ran into someone that looks like, I mean, I feel like this is a terrible thing to say. You might want to edit this out of the file thing. I don't know. But you'll look at... Are you
very judgmental?
No, but you'll look at, like, burn victims that have, like, 90% of their body burned, or victims, like, acid attacks. And, you know, that's going to be, like, mild compared to ghouls.
Your shallowness is showing.
Pretty please.
You should be, like, a hedge fund billionaire or something. You'd fit right in with them.
Why?
Because they're incredibly shallow. And
Wow.
only care about money.
Wow.
Speaking of which, I was like reading this article.
No, don't just speaking of which. None of that is true.
There's like these hedge fund billionaires, right?
I hate you.
So, you know, like there's a lot of them. There's like hedge fund billionaires all over the world, right? And so they're really worried that like there's going to be an apocalyptic event, which like, you know, it could be just a nuclear strike. It could be
a plague.
Yeah, it could be global warming. It could be anything that just, you know, like just a major event that sort of rocks the foundation of civilization, right?
Mm-hmm.
But these hedge fund billionaires, see, like, they're not worried about stopping the event. They're more worried about what they're going to do afterwards. So I was like reading, and they're basically building these bunkers. So it's almost like Fallout in real life.
I want a bunker. When I have my own house, I want one.
Exactly. That's why you should be one. You should be a hedge fund billionaire. You fit right in. But they want to build these bunkers, but their main concern is what happens like with their security force. There's no more money, right? Money doesn't exist. So usually what you hold people accountable is by paying them salary, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're really, really concerned with like what to do with the security force. Like, how are they going to keep them in line? So that's like the big question.
Kidnap their children.
So what would you do? If you're a hedge fund billionaire, you have a bunker, the world ends, and you have this security force that's going to protect you from the unwashed masses, so to speak.
Okay. The security force is how big?
I don't know. How big would you need to protect yourself?
Hey, you're the one making the scenario. You tell me.
Well, see, that's the problem, too. The more security you get, the higher the chance that...
Yeah, of course. Harder is going to be to keep everyone in line. Let's say I have, like, 20 people, right? Mm-hmm. A small little armada. Is that a thing? I don't know what an armada is, sure. But it sounds right.
Sounds fancy.
It sounds right. It sounds like the right
Spanish
size.
armada. Isn't that something what they talk about boats? Isn't boats a group of boats in armada?
Is it? Wow, okay. Can we not just stop exposing me as dumb?
I don't know. I'm asking a question. A fleet of warships.
Okay. Yeah. Not an armada then.
So your security force is made of boats, which in the case of global warming might help. All the ice caps melt. You got like sea levels rising, so maybe you need an armada.
My security force. Everybody gets a boat. No, but the real thing is that, money isn't going to do anything. But just like in the Fallout universe, you have bottle caps. You still have mercenaries. People will want resources in exchange for protecting you. And I want protection in exchange for resources, which as a hedge fund manager, I would build up before this great nuclear or other type of...
But how do you keep them from turning on you? Do you have the resources locked up and only you know the code or something like that? Is that what you're saying?
See, I can't be an evil dictator hedge fund manager because I was just like assuming that, like I treat them well and they treat me well and everyone's happy. Is that not the way humans work?
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah, that is how humans work.
Right?
That's exactly. See? So you're not an evil hedge fund billionaire because that's the part that they couldn't understand. Like reading this article, like they couldn't understand that you could create emotional attachments to these security people, right? And build like relationships with them and where there's a trust.
Right. Well, because they always have to be looking down at them. Like they built the bunker with like steps, so they're always looking down.
See, because the way hedge fund billionaires think, they think like everyone's out for themselves, so that a security force would naturally turn on them.
I mean, shit, I probably
by
would
their
too.
logic.
Hedge fund manager, yeah, the guy's probably an asshole the whole however many years before this disaster. So you can't just erase all of that, but being like, wait, I'll feed you and your family as long as you protect me. So yeah, in their case, I would probably kidnap their kids or something.
Okay.
I mean, look,
So you are evil.
I tried my plan. I'm saying they did this, not me.
Just as a backup. So you're going to try and build emotional attachments. And if that fails, just kidnap one of their kids and hold them hostage.
Yeah, I'm going to have all of their houses just, rigged with explosives. Like, oh, Danny's being an asshole. Fucking there goes little Susie. Wow, that's dark. This is why you can't have me on 3 weeks in a row.
I think that's a plot for one of the vaults.
Is it a plot for one of the vaults?
I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You would make a good overseer, more or less.
I don't think that's a compliment. And I just want to make it clear to everybody listening, I do not condone blowing up children. I'm just saying, in this post-apocalyptic universe, there was a little Billy in the fridge, and I'm sure some of you sold him to the slavers, so shut up. Stop judging me.
True. That's the thing, though. In the video game, that wouldn't work. You couldn't hold children hostage and blow them up because they're essential. They're just gonna rise up.
That's true. And the whole town's mad at you because you're beating up a kid, and the kid never dies, and the town never stops being mad at you, and you gotta reload on last saves because you killed the fucking chicken. Sorry, I'm having Skyrim flashbacks.
What's it called? The ESRB? Is that what it is?
Yes.
What's the rating system? Yeah, ESRB rating. The universe in Fallout has an ESRB rating that does not allow children to die, unfortunately.
Which is stupid, I think. Because it limits how many children are put into the games, I think. Because in Fallout, there's 3 children, maybe? There's Billy, and I think there's one on one of the settlements.
Yeah. It might be the voice acting, too. Oh, that's more of a mod problem. When you're a AAA company, you can get as many child labor actors as you can, I guess. You can bypass child labor laws, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, you definitely can. As long as you have the parents' permission and all that. They have child actors. Which always confused me because of those child labor laws.
Oh, how do they confuse you?
Like, how do you get around that? I know there's a way, and I read about it, but
there's a limit. There's a limit to how many hours you can work if you're a kid, right?
Yeah,
that's why they have
0,
twins. Right? That's why the Full House kid had twins for that,
so
they could split the time. Yeah, isn't it? So they could split the amount of hours that they each had to work. Makes sense,
just
right?
Stood on camera and looked cute and go, I don't know. What's one of Michelle's lines? What's Was
that your impression of Michelle?
That's my impression of all kids.
I don't even remember. Didn't she have a catchphrase? Did she not?
Yeah, she had 4 of them. Something, mister, was one of them. Oh my god. Kris, come on, you're older than me. You should know this. This was your era.
I only know the Joey catchphrase because they had a commercial recently where that Dave Coulier was on there. And he was
Joey's
saying,
catchphrase?
Cut it out, or something like that.
What?
He was making the scissor motion. He was saying, cut it out.
Was that his catchphrase or was just a catchphrase of the 90s?
I don't.
Or
that
80s,
just,
I guess, right? Wasn't that when Full House was filmed?
He's just not funny. He was not funny ever. I don't really understand how that even worked. How he even passed as a comedian.
I've always hated the dumb comedic relief character. Is that how you say that? Comedic? Whatever.
Yeah, sure. Comic relief.
Comic relief? No, I don't know.
Armada.
The Armada relief character. No, Patrick from SpongeBob. I always hated watching SpongeBob when I was little because every time Patrick would go on screen, I would just get so mad. My favorite show growing up was Ed, Edd n Eddy, and I hated Ed because he was so stupid. So stupid. And little 7-year-old me was just getting angry and I didn't know why. But I understand it now.
Was there a laugh track on those shows?
On Ed, Edd n Eddy? No, I don't think so.
Because Full House has a laugh track.
It does.
So that makes it worse.
I liked sitcoms with their laugh tracks. I wish we still had sitcoms like that.
Tells you when to laugh.
But then again, we had there are a couple, but they're just not as good. I don't think sitcoms are good without that grainy 80s, 90s quality.
You mean just visually?
Yeah. I think it's something about that and like the color scheme, like Full House, The Golden Girls, The Nanny. It all had kind of like that thing to it, you know, that Hot in Cleveland just doesn't have.
Yeah, I it's just the camera that they use, I'm sure, right? Is different.
Yeah, no, definitely. But you know, just I don't know, watching a sitcom in 4K is just not the same.
But yeah, what else were we gonna talk about? What else happened this week?
Well, I mean, we could also breeze over the fact that having the 4th of July on a Wednesday was terrible because it made
Yeah, that should be illegal.
it made the next day feel like a Monday. It made my birthday feel like a Monday. That should be a crime.
Yeah, it should be one of those things where it's like Thanksgiving, it has to be on the weekend or something.
Yes.
Although Thanksgiving's on a Thursday. That's
Yeah, but then
another
you have
point.
Friday, and a lot of companies have
Yeah.
off both days.
Yeah, it should be. Well, I mean, you can't do it because it's an anniversary day, I guess. So, even though it's not really even all that important of an anniversary. I mean, the country was founded that, like, or the Declaration of Independence was written, but, yeah.
I don't think it was written that day. I think it was signed that day.
Oh,
No, it
was it
was written
signed?
that day because they dated it.
And even the whole event is kind of sketchy when you consider all the stuff that was written on it. Like, I believe there's a quote that references merciless Indian savages and all this other sort of racist shit. So, yeah.
I completely believe. Did you know it was originally supposed to be that every man is free to
Own slaves
follow.
and shit like that.
Well, that too. To follow. I forgot how it's worded, but it's not life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It's life, liberty, and the pursuit of property originally.
Ah, that's right. Yeah.
But there was that whole slaves thing, and they were like, no, let's not weaken our argument, because then that's like implying that slaves have rights, and we're not gonna do
Yeah,
that.
there's just a bunch of horrible shit in there that they never talked about in school.
Yeah, they just breezed right over that. Although, actually, no, I think the pursuit of property part I did learn in high school.
Oh. Well, see,
But, you
you're
know, I
getting
took an
older,
AP
so they can
class,
trust
so-
you with that kind of stuff.
Yeah. You know, I don't know when I learned about World War II. Like the Holocaust and everything. I think it
That
was,
seems
like,
like a junior high thing.
7th? Yeah, I think it was like 7th or 8th grade.
Yeah. That's when they can start like letting you know that the world isn't like rainbows and fucking candy canes and shit, and they can start, hitting that cynical side. I mean, teenagers just tend to be cynical anyway. They're
Oh
just
my
like
God.
want to be goth and dark and
Kris.
pray to Mehrunes Dagon and shit.
Kris, I just figured it out.
What?
How to keep people loyal without money.
Oh yeah.
Hitler didn't have money. There was nothing. It was worthless. They didn't have food. They didn't have shit. But he kept the Nazis loyal to him by like just, I don't know. There's just something inherent in people. You follow the leader, and when times get tough, you go more into this ideology. So you just gotta give the people something to believe in, and they'll go fanatic about it.
Like I said, Mehrunes Dagon, a Daedric god. Just have them pray to one of those.
That too. Only I will be the god.
Yeah. Well, that's how most cults work, right?
Yeah, and it's also kind of how politics are working right now. It's kind of just like us versus them, and blame all your problems on this group. Only in a post-apocalyptic scenario, it'll be blame all of your problems on literally anyone else. Because they're not us, so they're not with us, they're against us.
So there you go. Instead of just concentrating on the bunker, you also need to concentrate on just building a cult, and then you'll be okay. You'll survive because you have people who are loyal.
So basically, you need to rebuild society because that's just the way humans function. It's not a can we rebuild society? It's little fringe groups of society will always come up because it's what we are inside.
What will your cult worship?
Me. Obviously. I'm
Very
the provider.
direct.
I have the bunker. I saved these people. And their children. See, not blowing up
there-
any children. I want to make that very clear. Everybody, I am not blowing up children. Okay.
Is there any particular mythology, or is it just worship you and that's it because you're great?
Oh, we're getting kind of like, how deep down this rabbit hole do you want to go? Because I can go.
It's not going to be a space mythology. It's going to be more of a fantasy one, right? It's not gonna be like Scientology is like some like aliens
Oh
and
God,
shit.
no! We talk. How many times did I say that I don't like space, Chris?
Yeah. So it's gonna be like more like a typical religion, I'd say.
Cat based, yes, of course. We're gonna go back
Cat-based. Oh, there you go.
the way the Egyptians did it. And I think, well, see, the religion that I would want to push would not work for my whole us against them mentality, because I would do the whole like we are all one being at different points in time, different planes. You know what I mean? Time is a construct. But that would require them to treat other people nicely, and I need them to shoot those people. So no,
But
none
if
of
we're
that.
all one being and we're all sort of like equal, like cells of part of this larger deity, then why the hell am I worshiping you? You're the same as me.
Well, then I wouldn't be worshipped. I would just be a spiritual leader.
You'd be a prophet. So you're not the god, you're a prophet.
Kind of, yeah. Or
Okay.
like just the cult leader, you know?
Okay.
But again, it can't work because then that would require not shooting people. You know what? Manson figured it out. I would just read like his Memento or something. I'm sure he wrote a book or someone wrote a book about him.
His what?
Memento? Is that not the thing?
Manifesto?
Manifesto?
Is that what you're talking about?
I thought it was
Memento is like you have like a little trinket that you hold sacred or dear. It's like a memento from like, a manifesto is a document that Armada, basically. It's just like Armada anyway.
You know, English isn't my first language and I'm feeling so attacked right now.
Any other interesting news bits that you came across this week?
I don't know, didn't we talk about something else? I feel like
I think Bethesda was just like suing a bunch of people. That was it. Those were the articles I sent you.
Oh yeah, they're suing someone. Why are they suing someone?
I don't know. I don't care anymore.
What? No, you're awful. We're the worst. Why do you keep inviting me back?
Oh, so I was reading this other thing the other day.
Mm-hmm.
There's an amusement park in Osaka. And
Like Japan?
yeah. So
Okay.
they have this thing where you bring dates to the park. Like people bring dates to an amusement park every now and then, right?
Yeah, sure.
It's like a thing, like going to movies, going to amusement park. I mean, whatever. It's another one of those dates where you don't have to like do that much physical interaction. Like movies are the worst because you go on a date and you literally like sit in front of a fucking screen for 2.5 hours. That I never understood. Amusement park, you go on rides and shit or whatever.
Yeah.
But you can like win your girlfriend like a fucking stuffed bear or whatnot. Anyways.
God, I went out to a
Go on a
carnival
fucking Ferris wheel.
and I just avoided all of the games because I really don't need this cheap $2 teddy bear that I paid $10
exactly.
to finally win to get.
It's a memento.
I hate you. It's an armada.
But there's some things you could do. You could ride a Ferris wheel, do something romantic, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this park has an extra thing you can do. They can have like bullies. They can like have this like thing where they approach your date and like hit on her and like start a fight, and then like you can beat them up in this like sort of choreographed fight scene. And you could do that, and your date is like none the wiser. But they have that at this park in Osaka. It's called Hirakata Park.
Look, I don't want to be rude, but your people got ideas, man. I don't know where they get these ideas. I don't know why they get these ideas.
Would that impress you if your boyfriend took you to the park and then some weirdo started hitting on you and then like you beat him up, but it looks so fucking fake and choreographed? Like, would you be like, what the fuck? Or would you be like semi-impressed?
I don't know. It's so unfathomable to me. I don't know how I would react. Why does this exist? I mean, I know. You know what? It's our fault. It's 2 nukes did more than just level 2 cities. I'm so sorry. Jesus.
Because, like, I'd like to imagine that... I mean, they say that you have to go and practice, like, a couple times, which makes sense. Like, they don't want it to
so
just...
it's really choreographed.
Yeah. So they don't want you to just fucking go off the handle and just start punching people, because that wouldn't work. Like, they have to have, like, fucking... Like, it's like a dance, They have to make sure that everything is in the script, you know?
Right.
Because if you start going out there and start doing fucking roundhouse kicks and like, you know, doing all this crazy shit that you saw on Street Fighter, yeah,
No, but Chris,
that'd be no
didn't you
good.
know, like, every Japanese person knows karate, so...
Is that true? Yeah, that's what fucking Western movies have taught you, that all of us know fucking kung fu and karate and
Yes.
shit. Yeah.
That is correct. And you all have a samurai sword somewhere.
Like you guys can have all these diverse roles and play all these different kind of characters, but for us it's basically just fucking martial artists and
All
shit.
right, Mr. Miyagi, calm down there.
But yeah, so
But I have a question. I have a question about that. How... Okay, so you know about this, right? You know about this park. You could pay to, you know, pretend to beat someone up, impress your girl, right?
yeah.
So what's to stop the girls that live in Japan, especially close enough to this place, to not know about it?
Well, that's the thing. They probably, I mean, it depends, right? Like, how fucking widespread is this knowledge? Because, like, I had to go fucking dig for it, but you wouldn't have known that, right? It might be
No,
a
I
thing for
wouldn't know that.
foreigners only, maybe. I don't know. But, or tourists. Maybe they get a lot of tourists from outside and they don't really, like, talk about it too much.
Oh,
But
maybe.
I think it would be less cringy if they knew beforehand that this was a thing in the park. Like, then it'd be kind of fun because you're not, like, expecting it to, like, you're kind of expecting, like, a show. But if you didn't know about it and then you're watching it, it looks fake as fuck, then I don't know. I don't think it would impress your girl. I think it'd be really
But
cringy.
does it look fake? Maybe. They
It
train you
does.
really well. Oh, have you seen video?
No, because they're not
Oh.
going to train you. They're not going to pay it.
Well,
Oh,
no,
'cause-
but like, you know, maybe there's a few sessions and you catch on real well. And you know what?
it also
At
sounds
least have
like it'd
faith
be
in your people,
dangerous.
all right?
Because all like Asian people know karate, like you said. So what if the
Right.
girl knows karate and she's like, "Fuck, I could fucking fight back too," and she starts like hitting the actor.
Well, in that case, I hope it's like America and everybody gets their phones out and takes a video and puts it on the internet for everyone to laugh at.
That thing could backfire. I don't know.
I don't know. He finds another girl, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't...
You could find another girl to try and fool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It sounds like it would be pretty cringy.
I mean, at the same time, I kind of get it because, like, you can't find anyone anymore, you know? Someone's going to call the cops. Someone's going to get arrested. So I guess you got to save the whole thing. It would be better if they, like, paid people to, like, just take a dive. Is that the expression? Probably.
Yeah, well, that's what you're doing. You're paying for the service.
Yeah,
right?
but I mean, legitimately, like, Travis style.
Ah, like Confidence
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, confidence man. You know, you get these two guys to push them around and actually get punched in the face.
Now I think it's a really terrible idea because then the guy's gonna get all his confidence and he's gonna lose all his charm.
Well, no, he would still know what's going on,
Ah, that's true. That's true.
but he just actually gets to punch people, and he gets punched a time or two also. You know, signs of release form. I don't know if I feel like Japanese people don't really sue people left and right like here, but you
I
gotta
have no
cover your
idea.
bases. You know.
So, yay or nay, I guess, to the fake fight idea. Should we have it in amusement parks here?
Oh God, no, no, no! Could you imagine how wrong that would go? We have guns here, like a lot of them.
Oh, that's true.
We have a bunch of like what do you call it? Good guys with guns waiting for their shining moment.
Oh, that's true. They spent their whole life training.
Their
Doesn't want
whole
them to be a hero.
life renewing this license for this day. On second thought, yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Oh, that's fine. I need a more colorful news cycle. It's getting stale with the same old politics.
Yeah, anything else interesting going on? Do you want to talk about?
I mean, we do have that perfect stoner restaurant thing that you sent.
Oh, the list of stoner restaurants.
I don't know if you want to cover that or not. The High Times declared Taco Bell to be the best stoner restaurant.
I don't know. Is Taco Bell even open that late?
Yeah. No, Taco Bell's open till like 2 a.m., I think.
Yeah, but I think you have to be a 24-hour deal to be a good stoner restaurant.
Do people get high at 4 a.m.? I don't know. I'm a little lame on these things.
Yeah,
so.
that's true. I don't know. We're like the wrong people to talk about this.
I would imagine it's a good, you know, I like Taco Bell. And now my new job is very close to a Taco Bell, like 5 minutes away. So I'm going to be eating a lot of Taco Bell, and I'm already disgusted with myself.
Yeah, Mexican food has that effect. Like it's really, really good, but then if you eat too much, you kind of feel sick.
Don't insult Mexicans like that. Taco
I'm
Bell
not
is not
insulting
Mexican food.
That's true.
That is
That's true.
not Mexican food.
It's
I
gringo
feel like I
food.
had this conversation with you.
Yeah, yeah, it's like gringo food, but gringo Mexican food, more or less.
Is Chipotle legitimate?
I live in California. We have real Mexican food here. We're like right near the border, so.
I have a Mexican restaurant in my town. I've never gone there because they close at 8:30. 8:30.
See, there you go. It's not for
On like a
stoners.
Friday. No, it is
They're
not
trying
for
to
stoners.
cut off you stoners from walking in. That's what they're
It
doing.
is for wholesome families of Latin origin. It's...
You can always tell a good like Mexican restaurant just by the music.
I've never stepped even close to it, so I wouldn't know.
Are they playing like fucking like mariachi music? Then yeah, it's more authentic than if it's like Taco Bell probably plays the fucking Muzak and shit. So
I don't know, but I remember Taco Bell still looked like they came out of the 90s until like 2 years ago.
Go. Another news bit. James sent us this. China claims it's made a laser rifle capable of setting people on fire.
Yes.
So there you go. That's what you should arm your security force with.
No, that's what I should arm myself with. I'll be the only one, and the first guy steps out of line, I will incinerate. And then the rest of them are going to be like, oh shit, I don't have one of those.
Chinese researchers say the ZKZM500 can instantly carbonize. Oh, that's a good word. Carbonize human skin and tissue.
Doesn't that mean you just turn into ash?
Yeah, because carbon is like fucking, I don't know. It's like charcoal
soot
and shit, right? Yeah. That is fucking crazy, though. But see, like, this is like more proof that Fallout is coming true because we're getting these fucking absurd weapons and shit. But yeah.
Wait 1 second, though. These laser weapons, right? Right now, I'm assuming it's like Chinese military and stuff, but in 30 years, do you think that's going to be the next gun issue? If civilians have a right to laser weapons?
I hope they don't. Jesus Christ. I mean it says here
they do. They're not any less deadly.
Well, it says the pain it dishes out is said to be beyond endurance. So, I mean, I imagine you could pass out from the pain alone, right?
You're carbonizing someone. So, I don't really know if you expected that to be like a light massage. But I guess it depends how quickly. Didn't you say instantaneously?
Instantly carbonize, yeah. Or set them on fucking fire.
Oh, I guess it'll carbonize the one spot, so you'll just have like a dead spot where the laser hits you, and all the surrounding tissue gets hot enough that it catches fire, and the rest of you catches. Yeah, that's painful. That is horrible.
It looks like a giant magnifying glass. So maybe it's like that. It's like how people burn ants. They're gonna burn people with it.
You know,
so.
I was never one of those psychotic kids. I didn't know any of those psychotic kids either. Did you?
Yeah, I knew a couple. It fucking stinks too. They'd like sitting on the grass burning ants, and the smell is pretty bad. But yeah, I like ants now. I watched Ant-Man the other day, and so now I'm like, oh, ants are cool. I wish I didn't kill all of them.
Yeah, apparently the kids like to smack fireflies with wiffle ball bats.
Oh, okay.
That's another thing that children do. Children are just
Children.
walking, talking sociopaths.
Not you.
Not me. No, not me. I see now, in hindsight, how that sounded suspicious. Not me.
Well, if children are sociopaths, then it's not a big deal to blow them up, see? So that's another reason why the ESRB is wrong.
Wow, yeah, you know what?
There you go.
Now we go back to my plan B for keeping security in order.
Save the ants, kill the children. That's what you do.
You said it, not me. I want that.
Yeah,
I want everybody to focus on that, please.
Yeah.
He said it, not me.
But I like ants. I watched Ant-Man because I saw a trailer for Ant-Man 2. That's how I watch my movies now. If I see a trailer and there's it's for something 2, it's for a sequel, I'm like, oh, if there's a sequel, then the original movie must have been good. So then I go back and watch the original movie.
But like they're making Mamma Mia 2, so.
Yeah, it doesn't always work. I watched The Equalizer because I saw a trailer for The Equalizer 2. Yeah, it's not a good movie. It's about a Mary Sue named Denzel Washington who just is like fucking, he's like a superhero. Only he's not. It's just a terrible movie. You know how you can tell it's terrible? They have a scene where he's walking away from an explosion.
Oh my god, that's how I felt about Justice League. I hate everybody who loved the Justice League movie because it's terrible. Especially the part
Does
where...
it have an explosion that people walk away
No,
from?
no, no, even worse. There's a scene that, like, something happens, like, something good for, like, the heroes. I don't remember what it was, but, you know, something bad for the bad guy, good for the heroes. And it zooms in on each of the characters' faces, like the main good guys, like, you know, the Justice League separately. And, you know, Cyborg does his booyah thing. And that's acceptable. I get it. That's his thing. And then it zooms in on...
catchphrase.
I know.
It's just
yeah.
like, for Michelle.
But then it zooms in on Aquaman's face. And he goes, all right. And I'm like, unnecessary.
Okay.
That added no value to the movie. It just, I guess, paying for... They already paid Jason Momoa to be there. So I guess they're just getting their money's worth at that point.
Oh, okay.
But it was so unnecessary. And all the
just
others,
keep
like,
going down the line?
Yeah, it just
each
keeps...
going with their catchphrase?
Yeah,
one
no,
by one?
it's terrible. I don't even remember what Batman, Superman, or Wonder Woman did. But they did something stupid. I think Wonder Woman just, like, smiled and Batman was in pain or something because he's a fucking human among these freaks.
Yeah.
And Superman, I don't know.
He's
Oh,
grim
spoiler
dark.
alert, I guess. If you haven't seen it, it's been like a year.
I haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure Superman comes back.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Yeah, anyways, so that's how you know a movie's bad. Catchphrases and explosions and guys walking away. I liked Ant-Man, though. I like Ant-Man. That was a good movie.
I haven't seen Ant-Man, but I keep seeing those trailers when I get to go to the movie theater for Ant-Man and the Wasp. And it looks entertaining. I wanna see it.
Yeah.
I feel like the potential for, like, a size-changing thing is very...
Yeah. It's pretty cool. They don't do as much with it in the movie I just watched, the Ant-Man, the original one. But in the trailers, they're, like, doing all kinds of cool shit. Like, they fucking fling a Pez dispenser and then they make it huge, and it looks a little more wacky. Like, it looks like it has some Deadpool elements in it, so...
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm always... You just reminded me, like, I should be wary of what I see in trailers. Because what you see in trailers is always the best scenes from the whole movie nowadays.
That's true.
Have you watched A Quiet Place?
No, I haven't.
Do you care about spoilers?
Yes.
Damn it.
No, what kind of movie is it? Is it a horror movie?
Yes.
Because then I don't care. Then I don't care because I'm not going to watch it.
It's a good horror movie.
I'm a big baby. I don't watch horror movies.
But in all honesty, I mean, I don't really watch horror movies anymore because I don't enjoy it. It's not good.
Yeah, why would you want to scare yourself?
Yeah.
Why give yourself the stress? It makes no sense to me.
But I will say, A Quiet Place, I recommend it. It was really good. I mean, it was really good.
You know what's really scary is probably getting shot by one of these fucking laser rifles. That's the kind of fear that keeps me up at night.
I don't know. I mean, would
And
you
global
have time
warming.
to be scared?
And the end of the world.
Sweet, sweet relief.
But yeah, we've talked for like 45 minutes, so
I think we're good, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Anything else you want to talk about? Let the world know.
I just want to apologize again that you keep dragging me into this. I mean, I'm a willing participant, but our listeners are not.
All right, that's it for this episode of Lord Friendly. Tune in next week when I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but it'll probably be more rambling like we did today.
We? I'm sure you mean someone else. Yes.
Yeah.
Give these poor people a break.
Possibly. We'll see. All right.
Okay.
What's up?
I'm looking for my headphones because otherwise you're gonna hear yourself this whole
Yeah, we don't need
recording thing. Hold on. I feel like a little old lady crossing the street. I mean, like, you can't really say anything. It's like she's lived like a whole lifetime. Just let her take these last few minutes of her life. Okay.
Hold
all right.
on, Sonny.
Wrong ears.
She's like crossing the street.
Okay. All right. I got it.
Got my headphones on.
Yes. 1 second. I just need to send out a schedule. And I will be prepared. What's that angry clanking?
I had chopsticks in my hand and I hit them like drums.
I thought you were being aggressive with me because I had to send an email. It's not about you, okay? Hold on.
But
see? Why'd you go for modding? You should have been a drummer.
yeah.
Follow your dreams, Kris.
I have no rhythm, so.
Me neither.
Are we good?
Hold on, because you're like clicking is distracting me. Hold on. This usually takes me like 2 seconds, but you're freaking clicking, you know.
1,000.
All your fault.
1,000.
You'll be okay. Hold on. Okay, I have 3 files to attach. They're all PDFs, so it's going to be just a second now. Oh, did you hear that truck go by? That's great. Can't wait till that happens mid-podcast. Okay, am I sending it to the right person? Yes. Yes. Send. Okay. Alright. I'm prepared now. And I would like you to know that once again, I have read none of the materials you sent to me to prepare me for this. So, it's great.